Why is the US desperately holding on to these countries in 2025? Imagine a global stage where power is shifting, alliances are fragile, and every relationship counts more than ever. In 2025, the United States is no longer the untouchable giant it once was. While still powerful, America now finds itself in a world where new players are rising, old loyalties are tested, and economic and military alliances are on shaky ground. In such a scenario, there are countries that Washington simply cannot afford to lose, either as partners, allies, trade hubs, or strategic buffers. What makes these relationships so crucial? And what would it mean for the United States if they were lost? Let's take a deep dive into the 10 countries America absolutely must keep close in 2025. Number 10. Mexico. Mexico's importance to the U.S. goes beyond trade and immigration. In 2025, it stands as a critical partner in security, energy, and regional stability. Joint operations to combat drug cartels, manage migration, and coordinate economic growth make Mexico indispensable. Any deterioration in this relationship could have immediate repercussions on America's southern border and internal security. As Latin America becomes a new battleground for global influence, maintaining a strong partnership with Mexico is essential. For US, losing Mexico would be like losing the key to its own backyard. Number 9. Australia. Australia has grown into one of America's most dependable allies in the Indo-Pacific. With strong democratic values, robust military collaboration, and shared intelligence frameworks, Canberra is a key player in countering China's assertiveness in the region. The US-Australia alliance provides critical support for naval operations, space cooperation, and cyber defense. As tensions rise in the Pacific, Australia's strategic location and unwavering commitment to the alliance make it a linchpin. If the US were to lose Australia, its Pacific defense strategy would be severely undermined. Number 8. Saudi Arabia. While controversial, the US-Saudi relationship is still one of strategic necessity in 2025. Energy cooperation, regional counterterrorism, and arms sales form the foundation of this uneasy alliance. As China and Russia court Middle Eastern powers, the US cannot afford to let Saudi Arabia drift out of its orbit. Riyadh's influence over OPEC and its ambitious economic transformation plans make it a central player. Losing Saudi Arabia would mean losing leverage in a region that still fuels much of the global economy, and America's interests within it. Number 7. Israel. The bond between the United States and Israel is unlike any other. In 2025, Israel remains America's strongest foothold in the volatile Middle East. From joint military operations to cutting-edge cybersecurity cooperation, the two countries operate as an extension of each other's defense apparatus. Politically, Israel is often America's most vocal supporter on the global stage. But rising tensions in the region, growing internal divisions in Israel, and shifting alliances mean that this relationship is not guaranteed forever. Losing Israel would not only alter the balance in the Middle East, it would deeply damage America's strategic credibility. Number 6. India. India represents one of the most dynamic and complicated relationships the US holds in 2025. As a counterbalance to China, India offers massive military potential, a booming tech sector, and a democratic alternative in Asia. The two nations have ramped up defense cooperation, trade partnerships, and technology sharing. But India is also fiercely independent, and a shift in its foreign policy could tip the balance in Asia. If America loses India, it loses its most credible partner in containing China's rise. In the global power struggle, India is the game changer. Number 5. Canada. America's northern neighbor is often overlooked in discussions about critical alliances, but in 2025, Canada is more vital than ever. From shared defense through NORAD to extensive trade and energy cooperation, the US-Canada relationship underpins continental security and prosperity. Canada's vast natural resources, strategic Arctic position, and political alignment make it a unique partner. If this relationship were to fracture, it would disrupt everything from energy supply chains to border security. For America, Canada isn't just a neighbor, it's a strategic pillar. Number 4. United Kingdom. Few relationships have stood the test of time like the one between the United States and the United Kingdom. In 2025, this bond remains a cornerstone of global diplomacy, intelligence sharing, and military cooperation. The Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance, spearheaded by the US and UK, is still the backbone of Western intelligence operations. London's global reach, economic clout, and cultural soft power amplify America's own influence. In an age where geopolitical lines are constantly redrawn, losing the United Kingdom would feel like losing a part of America's soul. It's a partnership steeped in history, but essential for the future. Number 3. South Korea. With North Korea's nuclear ambitions reaching new levels in 2025, South Korea is not just an ally, it's a shield. The U.S. military presence on the Korean peninsula serves as a direct deterrent to Pyongyang's threats. But beyond the military alliance, South Korea's booming economy, cultural influence, and technological leadership in sectors like semiconductors make it a crucial partner. Seoul is also a key voice in balancing China's influence in East Asia. Losing South Korea wouldn't just mean a weakened defense line, it would signal to other nations in the region that America's commitment is fading. In the great chessboard of global politics, South Korea is a frontline piece. Number 2. Germany. In a divided and increasingly tense Europe, Germany serves as America's cornerstone. As the largest economy in the European Union and a central hub for NATO operations, Germany represents both stability and strength. The U.S. relies heavily on German bases for intelligence, logistics, and rapid deployment across Europe and the Middle East. Politically, Berlin helps to maintain a fragile European unity that aligns with American democratic values. If Germany were to drift toward neutrality or closer to adversaries like Russia or China, the geopolitical dominoes could start falling fast. For America, Germany is not just a partner, it's a bridge to a continent. Number 1. Japan. The United States and Japan have shared one of the most powerful alliances in modern history. In 2025, this relationship is not just about trade or shared values, it's about survival in the Indo-Pacific. With China's aggressive posturing in the region, Japan represents a vital check on Beijing's ambitions. The U.S. military presence in Okinawa and other areas acts as a launchpad for regional security and deterrence. Beyond defense, Japan's technological and industrial capabilities are deeply interwoven with the American economy. From advanced microchips to electric vehicles, losing Japan would mean surrendering both a technological edge and a stronghold in Asia. It's more than a friendship, it's a lifeline. What happens if America loses even one? As we've seen, these 10 countries are not just strategic allies, they are lifelines for American influence, security, and prosperity. In 2025's complex global environment, losing even one of them could trigger a domino effect, unraveling alliances, damaging trust, and weakening the U.S. on multiple fronts. In this new era, power is no longer about just military might or economic size, it's about connections, partnerships, and influence. For America to thrive, it must protect these relationships not with arrogance, but with diplomacy, respect, and vision. Because in this world, no superpower stands alone.